a very happy Librarians Day celebration to all of you. And welcome to this 28th birthday celebration of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, the father of library science in India. Today, all of us are following the path shown by Dr. Ranganathan in our livelihood. His contributions towards the LIS profession will be always remembered by LIS professionals throughout the country in the coming days. His 5 laws of library science is still relevant in this technologically changing world where we have seen lot of changes in subjects, technology, and many more things, etc. But still relevant; those are still relevant in today's context. So we should not forget our duty towards the profession. I'm worried about the mushroom growth of allies schools throughout the country. Our jobs are limited, but the degree holders are increasing day by day, which will lead towards the different way in the days to come. So this is an alarm for all of us to keep the sanctity of our profession, and we should think over this twice, thrice, because we have seen in the state of Assam as well as the other countries also in these type of things are happening, and without thinking the pros and cons, etc., just simply a course. That doesn't mean. See, in one college, one post of library is there, but in one college, a post of subject English teacher, 4 or 5 posts are there. In political science, 4 or 5 posts are there. In other subjects, also 3, 4, 5 posts are there. At least 2 or 3 posts are there, but library post is only one. So we cannot equate our library science profession to all the subjects, etc. So we should have some limitations. What I feel, this is my personal view. So again, just in the welcome speech, this is my only ideas and concept and views. Now let me welcome respected Professor Narendra Lahkar sir, who is the president of ISLIC, and he is also the president of the Alumni Association of Department of Library and Information Science, and he is the former head of the Department of Library Science as well as dean in the Faculty of Arts, Guwahati University. Respected Dr. Mukesh Sekiada, who is the president of ALA and SAL and also librarian of Tezpur University. Respected Srimanto Madhav Bora, who is the president of ACLA and librarian of JDSG College. And respected Alka Bragahi Madam, who was the former head of the Department of Library and Information Science. And her contribution is, all of you know about her contribution towards the LIS profession in the northeastern region. So respected Professor Narendranath Sharma sir, who is also the former HOD department, head of the Department of Library and Information Science of Guwahati University, and as you know about Sharma sir also, what contribution he has made to our profession, especially in the state of Assam. Respected Professor Rajnikanta Burman sir, he is also the former head of the Department of Library and Information Science. All of you know very well Rajnikanta Burman sir about his sincerity and dedication towards the profession. Respected Sri Mahendranath Bora sir, who was the former librarian of Tezpur University and was also librarian in the Assam Agriculture University, Jorhat campus. Respected Sri Bhupen Goswami sir, former librarian of deputy librarian of KK Hendrik Library and former president of Guwahati Library Association, and you also know his contribution when he was the president of the Guwahati Library Association towards our profession. Respected Sri Umasankar Devnada, who is also the former librarian of KK Hendrik Library, Guwahati University, and he was the former secretary of Guwahati Library Association. So both Goswami sir and Umada has given lots of contributions for the Guwahati Library Association on those days. Dr. Jyotika Devi, president of WLLA and librarian of Assam Engineering College, Guwahati, and my friends and professional colleagues, Dr. Prasanta Kumar Deka, General Secretary of ACLA and Librarian of KC Das Commerce College, Dr. Tilak Hazarika, Assistant Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, Dr. Dipen Deka, Assistant Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, Dr. Badan Barban, Secretary, Assam Library Association and Assistant Professor in the Department of Library Information Science. And I know that Badan is also associated with many associations and organizations for the development of the subject, for the development of the profession. Dr. Manwar Iqbal, who is Secretary of SAL and Deputy Librarian of Tezpur University. Sri Anuja Kumar Sekia, Secretary of Guwahati University Department of Library and Information Science, Alumni Association and Librarian of Guwahati College. Dr. Kankana Basra, Secretary of WLAA and Assistant Librarian of National Law University, Guwahati. And the technical supports are given by Mr. Jiarul Chaudhary, Technical Moderator, Mr. Baikuntha Boro, Facebook Live, Mr. Manas Kumar, YouTube Live, and all other colleagues who are present on uh, uh, Google Meet Live and Facebook Live as well as YouTube Live. So this time, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, as you all know, that we are out of our department, respective departments, almost 5 months. It has completed almost 5 months. So we are out of touch of the library. We are out of touch of the our academic activity. But side by side, we are continuing our academic activity through the online learning, teaching learning mode, and we are also busy. Everybody is found to be busy with different activities, attending webinars through the online platforms. And all of you know, I used to repeat this word several times, that before the pandemic started, we were not knowing about the webinar. Earlier, we were knowing only about the seminar, conference, symposium, workshop, that type of things. But since this lockdown has started, this is one of the positive side of the corona, COVID-19, that we have started knowing, we have started using this webinar, we have conducting the webinar. And if I take the example of ACLA, that more than 121 plus webinar they have conducted successfully for disseminating information, for creating awareness among the allies community and other teaching community of our state, not only our state, but for other states like Meghalaya or Maharashtra also. So this is a good sign. So like that, all allies associations are performing their activities. And today, we should all remember our father of library science in India. It is because of him only we are in this profession, and this is giving our livelihood. And we are talking about our status, we are talking about our professions. So with this few words, I conclude, and I welcome Professor Narendra Lahkar sir, President of ICLIC and President of DLS Alumni Association as well, to present his speech. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. My respect to Professor Saranganasan on his 120th birthday. I am happy to see our senior teachers, Professor Alakabedo, Naran Samar sir, Bhadrabara sir, my colleague Bormon, Upen Goswami and other people. Srimanto is also very much available here. So I convey my best Happy Librarians Day today as a president of ICLIC. I will be concentrating mainly on 5 issues within a very limited time, 7 minutes. The first one is we have to think about national education policy, which is released recently, wherein a weightage, you may not satisfied with the weightage given by the committee, but even then, in page number 2052.1.9, which is very much in public domain, you can go through it. And I have identified 5 points which have been covered in NEP regarding libraries. The one important is accessibility of the resources should be made to what extent it is possible. That is the recommendation made by the new education policy. Modernizing libraries also being taken by the new education policy, national education policy. One of the very positive side is that the new education policy is trying to link with public library and academic library, wherein rural libraries are to be given weightage. In earlier education policy, I may be having some limit also, of course, but such type of clear-cut linking between the rural libraries are very much not visible. Now new education policy has gone to that extent. And new education policy has also, National Education Policy 2020 have gone also the Indian languages, promotion of Indian languages, its publication and all these things. That is why we, to a large extent, the librarians are, though not fully satisfied, but at least the committee has given the weightage to the existence of libraries in the new teaching and learning process is one of the major achievements we have seen. The next point I'm going to have one of the very good information for last several years. Our professional colleague, the rural librarians are trying their best to get their recognition with a minimum salary component, and only 2 days ago, government of Assam has accepted their representation, and the rural libraries now in Assam, which have been accepted in 1985, 204, now it becomes 191, of course, even less also, because natural death is there of some of the rural libraries being accepted by this. Of course, there are other libraries also, rural libraries, but in their purview, those libraries which are being included, they will be getting a specific amount by the librarian as well as the helper. That is one of the best sign of the today in Librarians Day, that we can declare that rural librarians are, even we, under the leadership of Olakabaido and Jiman, the Assam Library Association had organized a very good program in 2014 to educate them about the role of libraries and activities of the libraries. We were successful also to a large extent. Now it should be continued by the LA now also. Then third point is convergence with the census. We, the librarian, the census are inevitable, no doubt, but what census we have done seen today, it is not static. After some year again, it's a continuous process. But I have seen that our library professionals are trying their best to be acquainted with the new census. Whatever census are coming is a very good sign for our profession, that we do not wait what we know. We are trying to have new things, as Sanjay is very much rightly saying, that we did not know about the webinar in large cases, but we are adopting this. Now we are in a comfortable position to use our webinar. So this is how, I am only giving one example. This is how our library people, our library professional are very much trying their best to go along with the time, which is a very encouraging situation that we are having. The next one is participation of online mode. Yes, you'll find today itself I have seen 164. Had it been a physical meeting, we could not think about such numbers. Actually, physically, we are even when we conduct some executive committee meeting also, people are not turning out. Of course, I cannot blame the people. They have their own way, but now we are very comfortable working in the home. So our people, I have seen large number of organizations are organizing different webinar, and in those webinar, lots of people are trying to be there and learning a lot in order to make the library in a proper way. Today, ACLA also separately convened a webinar in the evening afternoon session. So there I'll be talking about how we should be proactive in the library world. That will be another point. The next one is extension of library service. That is very, very positive, that we are not keeping mum, we are not keeping idle. The library professionals are working. Though we are in pandemic situation, though there are so many ifs and buts are there, so many problems are there, even then, the LS people are very much keen to extend library service. And I generally talk to our people, and they always say that these are the things we are doing, so that means they are trying to meet the requirement of the user in a very positive way. And it's a very encouraging thing. I must accept that the people in LIS, of course, we should not be, it may not be sufficiently satisfied, but to a large extent, we are not keeping idle our library. Library is trying to be a more workplace for the people. And the earlier we were talking about library should not be confined to the four walls of the building. Really, it is happening, and library go beyond the four walls of the building, and people are getting the benefit of this. I hope this type of encouragement, if we got from the library professionals, in future, the library professional and libraries will be getting a very proper and standard form in the society. It is continuing, it will continue, and we have to be very much proactive. What is necessary for the society, academic community, we should be there always at their help. We are to work as a facilitator of the system. With this few words, once again, I extend my heartiest Happy Librarians Day. Be safe, be happy, stay home, and we'll able to overcome the challenges that we are facing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Lakar sir, for sharing your concept and ideas regarding Librarians Day. Now I have forgotten. I'm very sorry that Lakar sir could not be introduced, so I requested Dr. Dipin Dekar to first introduce Lakar sir, then introduce the next speaker, Sri Madhav Borada. So I request Dipin Dekar. Dipin, you are here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you first introduce Lakar sir. I'm very sorry for that, and then you go for introduction of Sri Madhav Borada sir.
I have not interfered in that. Okay, sir. Very good morning to all the respected participants of this particular event of 128th birthday celebration of Padma Shri Dr. Asar Ranganathan. This particular program is organized by ISLIC Zone 5, Assam Library Association, Assam College Librarians Association, Alumni Association of Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, KK Andik Library of Guwahati University, Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, Central Library, Tezpur University, Women's Librarian Association of Assam, Society for Advancement of Librarianship, and LeaseLink. So, welcome to this program. And the organizer here asked me to introduce the first speaker. First speaker has already given his inaugural speech. So there is, I think, no need to introduce Professor Narendra Lakar. He is a well-known figure to all the library professionals in Northeast India and also in India. And Professor Sanjay Kumar Singh sir has already given a brief introduction. I want to add a few things here. He was a foundation member of Raja Rammohan Rai Library Foundation, Department of Culture, Government of India in Kolkata, and he was the former head professor and dean faculty of arts in Guwahati University, and he has completed one UGC major research project on establishment of university library network in Northeast India. This was a major achievement during his time, which is a milestone in developing library network in Northeast India. So I want to introduce the second speaker. He is the current president of Assam College Librarians Association, Sri Simanta Madhav Bora. He is the librarian of JDSG College Bokakhat in Golaghat district, Assam, and he is the current president of ACLA since 2018. Before that, he was associated with ACLA in different capacities. He is associated with Golaghat Library Association and many social organizations and associations in Assam. So I request Sri Simanta Madhav Bora sir to give his view on this Librarians Day. Over to Bora sir. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Okay, am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you're audible.
Good morning, everybody. Esteemed speakers, Professor Narendra Lakar sir, Honorable President, ISLIC, and Advisor of Assam College Librarian Association, Professor Sanjay Kumar Singh, Head of the Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, and Advisor of Assam College Librarian Association, Dr. Mukesh Sekia, President, ALA, and Librarian of Tezpur University, Dr. Jutika Devi, President, Women Librarian Association of Assam, our most respected teacher, Professor Alaka Puragai, Madam, ex-President of Assam College Librarian Association, Professor Narendra Lakar sir, Sridhar Mahendranath Bora sir, Professor Rajanikanta Burman sir, and Sridhar Bhupen Goswami, former Deputy Librarian, KK Hendik Library, Guwahati University, Sridhar Umashankar Devnath, former librarian of KK Hendik Library, Guwahati University, all the honorable members of different LIS organizations, and other participants from different parts of the state. Today, on the occasion of Librarians Day, I offer my heartiest gratitude to all of you gathered here in this virtual platform. Assam College Librarian Association, the premier professional organization of the College Librarians of Assam, has been rendering significant contribution towards the educational atmosphere of the state. During this crucial period of COVID-19, with our limited resource and manpower, ACLA has been conducting series of academic programs not only in Assam but also in other parts of the country. Special emphasis has been given on the training program on use of online e-resources. In this program, we are able to cover almost all colleges of Assam. We extend this program all the District Institute of Education and Training diet under the Directorate of SCRT. Apart from this, we offer our technical support free of cost to organize departmental seminars, student interactive programs in different colleges of Assam. It is possible only because of our dedicated teamwork of ICT cell under the able guidance of our General Secretary Dr. Prasanta Kumar Deka and Coordinator Dr. Virendra Pal. I extend my heartiest thanks to Professor S.K. Singh for his selfless service to achieve our goal. Today, almost all major LIS organizations of the state jointly organize this Librarians Day on the memory of 128th birth anniversary of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, the father of library science in India. All these organizations should identify common areas of concern and jointly work for evolving permanent solution for their betterment. I feel which is the high time to come forward and work together to introduce public library bill in Assam, which was the dream of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. To conclude, I sincerely hope that ACLA will traverse new heights, conform to the changing realities of educational scenario, especially in the context of new education policy, and above all, keep rendering government service to the society in general and student and teacher community in particular. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sri Madhav Boada, for sharing your speech, and you have basically highlighted the activities of the ACLA. And now I would like to request Dr. Prasanta Kumar Deka to introduce Alka Buragohain Madam. Yes, Prasanta Deka, you unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Singh. Happy Librarians Day to you all. It is a great opportunity for me to speak few lines about BIDO. All of we aware the contribution of Alaka BIDO towards allied functional of Assam, especially Assam College Library Association, as well as development of college libraries and librarians of Assam. And Professor Alaka Buragohain is well known name of the allied profession, particularly in Northeast India. And she is a former head of the Department of Library Information Science, Guwahati University, committed teacher inspired by the spirit of S.R. Ranganathan, father of library science, and Professor Kaura, the renowned library professional of India. Respected professional Professor Buragohain beloved the Department of Library Information Science and Library Science as a full-time prominent department in the Guwahati University campus with full activities. In her professional life, Madam has been associated with different associations like Vice President, of ISIC, former council member of ILA, president of SLA, president of WANA. I request Madam to speak a few lines, her speaks in this occasion. Thank you, Madam. Thank you, all of you.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Madam. It's audible, Madam.
You're
Yes,
listening to me?
madam. Yes, yes, madam. You are
Okay.
visible as well as audible.
Okay. Good morning to you all first, and I thank you for the invitation. And I wish you all the best health and spirit, particularly in these pandemic days. I'm a little away from the profession for since some time, but still, I'll speak only a few words. First of all, you see, this is Librarians Day, and commemorating the, I think, 128th birthday of Ranganathan. S.R. Ranganathan, I salute to his memory. See, today I remember, rather, see, his contribution to librarianship in India very much. Because see, we all know, I need not say anything about that he has started the librarianship or the library science in concept and in practice also. We all know about it. I need not tell anything about that. But the thing is that today I feel very much his absence, because I feel there is some lack of leadership, either individually or institutionally, in India in librarianship at present time. Now let us see about the NEC, the new education policy. Many people are not very much happy that what emphasis should be given to the role of library, role of books in the entire process of education, formal or informal. We are not getting that that weightage. But for that, you see, there is no discussion either regionally or nationally. You see, we should have by this time, because I'm not going through the all the pages, but just to see, I have got it, but I have not gone through in detail. But still, I could found that there is something lacking. Anyway, so for that, to see, I feel very much about the presence of, about the absence of a leadership now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I would say only a few things about the pandemic time. In this pandemic time, the librarians, what librarians could do. You know that the book is a great friend of a person, particularly when he is locked down inside the house. Now see, except Kerala, you see, Kerala has stated that, see, the bookshop is an essential agency along with other groceries. But nowhere, in no state, you see, the what is called the importance of book is not given that much, place. Now, I also would say this, this, I have found this webinar, seminar, etc., going on, but I have not seen any library association or library person or is giving some suggestions to the people that what should be read at present time. So that is because they say book is a sort of what is called it is imagination. It is sharpening imagination. It is rather a sort of health. It is rather, you can say, it is a sort of hospital for a person's health. But now I did not find anywhere. That is what I said, except Kerala State. Kerala State made bookshops essential as grocery. But here in Assam or everywhere, you will find that all the bookshops are locked. Even the libraries are locked. And we librarians could not give any suggestions to the people that what should be read. Another thing I'm telling you about, because last year I had a chance to go through some of the what is called syllabuses. But I find, you see, earlier we had some subject like universe of knowledge. They say you must know, a librarian, being a librarian, he must know the book scholarship, the history of the book scholarship, even the present current book publications. But it seems that, you see, we are totally interested only about the means, not the, I mean, the means is the techniques, only techniques, but the content actually is centering around which we are working, that the books, we forgot about it. And that's why we could not help the people what should be read now. So I will just request that, so that in this respect, the librarians should think about it, that is, so that as librarian, you can help the society, etc. Now, of course, one thing is good, very good, that the government of Assam has recognized the 200 libraries under government of Assam, you see, rural libraries under the government of Assam, to give their proper recognition with payment, etc. But that is not enough, because we have got so many panchayats. Every panchayat must have a rural library. So we must have the rural libraries based upon a legislation, proper legislation, so that they could be utilized for all learning and what is called information activities in the rural areas. Now, particularly, yes, in this pandemic stage, in the rural areas, there are so many students, they don't have the proper facilities. So they can come to the rural libraries. Rural libraries can give a chance to them, so that which can be used for learning, online learning, etc. Anyway, I shall not speak many things. Only I will ask the librarians, my professional colleagues, and my dear student friends also, and other librarians, so that you think about these things, so that you as a librarian can help the people. I mean, not only the scientists, not only educationists, but even other people, local people, even the rural people. And so you think about the legislation also. With this, thank you all.
Thank you, Baido, for your nice speech and mentioning many things about our profession and where we are lagging behind. And you have talked about the rural libraries as a whole. So certainly this will help us in the coming days to think on this area, why we are lagging behind such type of things. Certainly we will go accordingly. So thank you very much once again. Now I would like to request again Prasanta Deka to introduce Professor Narendranath Sharma, sir. Yes, Prasanta, are you online? Prasanta Deka? Hello? Hello, Prasanta Deka, Dr. Prasanta Deka, are you online? I don't think so. Hello. So now I request, I think Prasanta is not on the line. So all of you know, Dr. Sharma sir needs no introduction. He is one of the senior most, just like the Baido, one of the senior most professional in the northeastern region. And you know his activities towards our profession, and he has done a lot for the society, and he was associated with many of the institutions as well. So I now request Sharma sir to deliver his speech. Sharma sir.
Thank you, Sanjan, and my esteemed colleagues. So, respected allies professionals inside and outside Assam, and also my dear students who are no longer under my direction, I mean supervision, but still I feel that they are with me. So I like to speak something on Ranganathan's life and career. Yes, Ranganathan himself is a, what should I say, a long life of 80. and his 80 age is no less a couple of years only, but every moment he utilized for the benefit of the library profession. It is said that people who breathe air, but Ranganathan himself was breathing librarianship in his day-to-day life. He was there in the profession for long 26 years. And it is surprising moment in vain. He was always thinking that something concrete, something fundamental must be done. And with this idea, he has collected some of his, what should I say, favorite students who are trained and who are, say, given not only training but also given direction also. Ultimately, the librarianship was prospering under his able leadership, under his capable, and capable and dynamic leadership. Ranganathan himself was a man of ideas because he has combined the Western ideas, scientific ideas, as well as the spiritual ideas that India is proud of. And he is really fortunate to say that Ranganathan was always thinking that India should give a good lead to this profession. That's why Palmer, one of the library scientists of the world, I mean, a reputed library scientist of the world, has illuminates to say that as there was this time for time is now right for Ranganathan. He was here in the profession from 24 to and who would give some more and more ideas in the profession. That is why it is said that Ranganathan cannot be studied properly unless and until one has a broader mind, unless and until one has a novel set of ideas he is inheriting from time to time. Here it is said that Ranganathan himself came from a not a very rich family, but by dint of his labor and by dint of his perseverance, he was able to prosper in his life. Right from matriculation, what is called primary school to the master degree, he was always shining. And he was given a good support by Professor B. Rose. And he was the person who is always inspiring Ranganathan to proceed further and further, to go ahead. When he went to London for higher training of librarianship, and he was patronized by Madras government, and he took the services of so many people there, and voluntarily he gave services to the as many as 100 public libraries of Great Britain. So it speaks the Ranganathan's generosity of his mind and spirit. Ranganathan himself, what should I say, contributed as many as 50 classic books, and very surprisingly, none can go near the number. That was why it is said that Ranganathan contributed not only solid books, but also some 1,000 articles, papers in different journals and periodicals. And Ranganathan is still alive in the midst of the books and the papers. So here lies that Ranganathan will not spare somebody if he is found that he is neglecting his work or neglecting his duties. Then he would not allow him to remain under his custody or remain under his supervision. It is really said that Ranganathan was a mixture of opposites, because he was always happy to be with the people. But at the same time, if somebody is found to have betrayed him, then immediately he would be dismissed. No, he won't excuse him. And he was really surprising that others always thought of him to be a very cruel person, but actually it is not so. He is a really very smiling, very helpful, and at the same time very generous also. But he wants and rather demanded works from the students, works from his colleagues. That is why it is really found difficult to work with Ranganathan by the students. But if he was caught, then he will not be spared. We can take the example of Kaula, P.N. Kaula, Prithvinath Kaula, who was second to Ranganathan. And he used to say that one article had to be corrected not only once or twice or twice, but 7 times in order to please Ranganathan. Then he is satisfied. So this is how he created writers. This is how he created library professionals. It goes without saying that after his retirement from Delhi University, DITC was created under his command, and he was appointed as an honorary director there, and he remained in the bungalow of the DITC office till his death, that is 1890. So this long life was really a very effective is for the people of Assam as well as for the people of our medical profession. Ranganathan used to say that whenever you spend something, it must bring some concrete benefit to the society, concrete benefit to the scholarship. And that is why he always insisted that one should not spend time for nothing. And that is why it is said sometimes that Ranganathan was really a very difficult person, and one cannot be tolerated by others very easily. But Ranganathan is Ranganathan. And it is said that in his personal life, he was very, frugal. That is, he very economic. He was very much concerned with economic aspect of the spending of money. But when the time comes, then he will not hesitate to pay something, because a librarian used to donate 1 lakh of rupees to the Madras Library Association or Madras University for introducing the share, Sarada Ranganathan endowment share. And it speaks that Ranganathan, he being a librarian only, and spend the entire amount to his belongings, to his profession, to the profession. And here also his wife neither dissented nor she objected to. Rather, she is so ultimately it is found that Ranganathan and his wife Sarada Devi have contributed the entire their saving for the cause of the librarianship. So that is why it is found that Ranganathan could have built houses there in Madras or Bangalore or Delhi or Benares, but he never thought of constructing the house for him. Rather, his own house is also given to his younger brother for use and for allowed him to stay there. And he remained in the government bungalow till his death. So it speaks without reason that Ranganathan himself was not very much concerned about the money, but he is very much concerned with the the knowledge and wisdom. And that is why it is said that sometimes Ranganathan said, Sarve Bhutaha Supratishtha. That means God will give you the good direction in your future life and career. Ranganathan He was my inspiring figure because I had the fortune of meeting him in the year 1968 in Bangalore, and we had a discussion with him because our team was led by Professor Mittal, who was in our university during that time, and I was a student at that time, along with other 10 students and two, including two ladies, have gone to Ranganathan and other places also. And there we had a very detailed discussion with Ranganathan, who was assisted by particular Nilomegan, then also Parki and another person whom I still fail to remember. And he was very much convinced that the librarians are not very much willing to be in the college library service, because I pointed this particular point, that the college library authorities is not allowing a librarian to be included in the what is called enrollment register only after these fourth grade employees are enrolled there. So it definitely wounds the sentiments. But when this particular point has been raised, then Ranganathan was very much happy to learn it, though Nilomegan was very much critical. But Ranganathan says, no, this boy is correct. But then when we wanted to give a salute to him and just make a prayer for our future, then he said, he asked me personally, the young people, don't leave this profession because it will help you in your prosperity. And I remember what you say. I remember it was really affected. So with this, I conclude. So many more things are to be discussed, many more things are to be left unanswered, but still I hope my young brothers who are in the profession, they will definitely take it as a serious point, that how the books can be made available to the users. Because the authors, when they are writing the book, it is really intended that the books should be read, not it should be what is called preserved for decoration purpose. So this is what his first law said. So with this, I conclude. I hope my young librarians.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your nice speech, putting light on the life and activities of Dr. Ranganathan. And I'm very sorry that in the web platform we are having some limited time. So within that limited time, you have to complete everything. So once again, I'm thankful to you, sir. And now I request Dr. Manwar Iqbal to introduce Professor Rajnikant Burman, sir. Please unmute. Manwar, you unmute yourself. Dr. Manwar, unmute yourself. Dr. Manwar, you please unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir, and good morning to all of you, and happy Librarians Day. Wish you all to happy Librarians Day. Now we have with us the Professor Rajnikant Burman. He is our next speaker. Professor Rajnikant Burman is one of the senior professor of LIS in northeast of India. Professor Rajnikant Burman worked at the Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, Guwahati from 1986 to 2018. During the period, he not only established himself as one of the finest teacher, but also as a prolific authors, administrators, and devoted library professional. During his entire career of near about 40 years, he was mainly instrumental in bringing the department to the national and international map of the library profession. In addition to that, he acted as a number of prestigious positions like as a coordinator in a refresher course in the library information science, and also as a resource person and in different workshops, seminar and conference. conferences. He had been a member of various committees and board of the Northeast. His area of interest for research, including information management, knowledge management, manpower development in LIS, and academic library management. He has successfully guided number of MPhil and PhD scholars. Now, with this small introduction of Professor Rajnikant Barman sir, may I request to Barman sir, please say some memorable word on this occasion. So over to you, sir. Hello. Barman sir, please.
Burman sir, just few minutes back I have seen his photograph. R.K. Burman.
GU, I think.
Yeah, let us find out whether he is online or not.
No, his ID is GU, I think.
Hello.
Yeah, he has been delinked, I think.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please come.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible, sir. We are waiting for you.
Yeah. So,
Sir, please, yes.
according to you all, professional colleagues, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, this is the 128th anniversary of Ranganathan's, and we are lucky that we get this type of people as our professional leader. And I have very little to say because already Professor, colleague, Lakar, Sharma sir, Madam,
I think sir has network issue.
So Burman sir has disconnected.
Yeah. So we have network issue. I think let us go to the next speaker. Then when Burman sir will come again, we'll request Burman sir to speak. That will be better, I think. So Iqbal, once again I request you to introduce Sri Mahendranath Bora sir. When Burman sir will come, then we'll request Burman sir again to speak.
Iqbal, please.
No.
Dr. Iqbal, please unmute yourself. Dr. Iqbal, please unmute yourself. Dr. Iqbal.
Dr. Iqbal, please unmute yourself. I think Dr. Iqbal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you please introduce next speaker, Dr. Sri Mahendranath Bora sir.
Due to the technical problem, now we have with another speaker of Mr. Mahendranath Bora. He is ex-librarian of Assam Agriculture University, Jorhat. He served as also Tezpur University as a librarian. He is one of the leading and Tezpur University, one of the leading reputed university in Northeast and also India. He is one of the visionary librarian in this region. He has been closely associated with the librarianship for the last 14 years. He had delivered a good number of invited talks in the national and international conferences and seminars. More than a dozen his research paper articles have been published in different books and highly reputed journals. So he also served as a president of Assam Library Association. With this small introduction, so may I request to Bora sir, please deliver your speech.
Good morning, sir. My problem is that when I came to this meeting, I was a little bit surprised. Because when I was a student of the library science in the year 1962, during those days, these things were almost unheard of. That if they will come, we will also have to talk like this. But at least the present administration of Guwahati University Library Science Department, they are successful in holding a meeting of information like this. When I first came to this place to talk a few words, I felt myself as if I am in the Alice in the Wonderland. I am as if I am in the Wonderland of Alice. Now, after having served in 19, I have started my career as a librarian in 1962. Now I feel myself that I am quite old and as if I am a Rip Van Winkle coming to a conference where my presence will not be very much appreciated because I have almost come to an end of my teaching life. I have almost, I am no longer associated with the library activities. Reason being of my age, I am almost 80 years. So this is how those days were completely different. But now, of course, this they completely changed. I feel very happy and proud that our libraries and students, colleagues, they have been able to organize a meeting of this nature. Personally, I have not more to add. Reason being is my knowledge of computer, my knowledge of information science and techniques is very, very limited. That is why I feel that I will not be very vocal in this meeting. Regarding at the moment, I am just spending my retired life. That is all. Thank you all.
And thank you, Bora sir. After a long time, just I am seeing you. So thank you for.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So thank you, sir. Sir, thank you very much for your presence here, and you wish to guide us in every aspect from the very beginning. So you are here present on the day of Librarians Day celebration on 128th birth anniversary of Dr. Ranganathan, and you have shared your personal views, etc. Thank you once again to you. Now again, I would like to, sir, thank you very much, sir. Now again, I would like to find out if Burman sir is here, then you can listen Burman sir, or otherwise we will go to next speaker. Burman sir, are you here, sir? Burman sir? No. So I request Mr. Anujay Kumar Sekia to introduce Bhupen Goswami, sir.
Yes, am I?
Yes. Anujay. Your picture is only portion of your head is coming.
Now is it? Is it okay, sir? So
Yes, sir, you are audible. Your only forehead is seen. Please adjust your camera.
Is it coming?
No, more down.
Yes.
Now it is.
Now coming, no?
Now we are ready to go.
Okay. Sorry for that. Actually, that is also again a technical problem. Okay, at the very outset, I would like to pay my sincere tribute to Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, the father of library science in India, on his 128th birth anniversary. And I also would like to offer my sincere this happy Librarians Day to all the library professionals out there. Actually, when I entered into this webinar, nostalgic because all my senior teachers are there, and I feel that Department of Library and Information Science and the teachers are giving the lessons because Professor Narendra Locker sir is there, Madam is there, Singh sir is there, Burman sir is there, everyone is Narendranath Sharma sir is there. Well, now regarding the speaker, I would just like to introduce him. Now we have with us Dr. Mr. Bhupen Goswami sir. Actually, he was the Deputy Librarian of the KK Handik Library, Guwahati University, and probably, if I am not this one mistaking, he has retired as a librarian in charge of that library, and he was also the president of Guwahati Library Association, and he was actively participating and involved in upliftment of the library information science profession in Assam. And now I request our Honorable Bhupen Goswami sir to speak words. Thank you.
Over to Goswami, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible? Hello. So I may
The voice is not audible.
to speak in. Pardon?
Voice to আহা নাই স্যার আপনার মাতটো ক্লিয়ারলি আহা নাই রল কল শুনি আছো
যোৱা নাই। হৈছেনে এতিয়া?
পিকচারটো ভাল আহিছে স্যার ফটো ভাল আহিছে মাতটো আহা নাই your voice is not audible
এতিয়া আহিছেনে? এতিয়া?
Voice is coming, but it's quite low.
Voice?
ডিপার্টমেন্ট একে ওপর আর অলপ আছে
এতিয়া আহিছেনে voice?
এতে গোস্বামী
Voice আহিছেনে? Voice যোৱা নাই?
আহিছে স্যার, কমকে আহিছে। কমকে আহিছে স্যার।
Voice গৈছে? হা?
একদম কমকে আহিছে
আপনি
স্যার।
অলপ জোরেৰে ক'লে হ'ব স্যার।
ভলিউমটো কম আছে নেকি তাৰ ভলিউমটো বঢ়াই ল'ব লাগিব মোৰ স্পিকাৰৰ ভলিউমটো কম হ'ব পাৰে মাইকৰ
Okay, এতিয়া এনেকে ক'লে শুনা পাবনে?
ভলিউমটো স্যার আপোনাৰ সিস্টেমৰ ভলিউমটো কমিছে নেকি ভলিউমটো বঢ়ালে হৈ যাব
ভলিউমটো বঢ়ালে হ'ব নহয়?
স্যারে ক'ব পাৰিব স্যার।
কওক স্যার কওক টাইম
Okay. এতিয়া আহিছেনে? এতিয়া আহিছেনে voice?
কমকে আহিছে স্যার।
কমকে গৈছে?
হয় স্যার।
এতিয়া?
শুনিছো দিয়া, ক'ব দিয়া নহলে শুনিছো আমি।
হয় স্যার, কৈ যাওক আপুনি।
Okay. At the beginning,
নাই তেতিয়া মোৰ নাকানো নাথাকে এইটো মোৰ কাণত নাথাকে মোৰ কাণত
I may speak in Assamese. আজিৰ এই অনুষ্ঠানৰ পদৌতিলৈকে মোৰ প্ৰীতি সম্ভাষণ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ। এই আলোচনাত অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰিব পৰাকৈ মই আচলতে শাৰীৰিকভাৱে সিমান সুস্থ নহয়, কিন্তু বদন বৰ্মনৰ একান্ত অনুৰোধ এৰাব নোৱাৰি দুআষাৰ ক'বলৈ ওলাইছোঁ। 1892 চনৰ 9 আগষ্টত তেতিয়াৰ মাদ্ৰাজ প্ৰদেশৰ তাঞ্জোৰ জিলাৰ শিয়ালী নামৰ গাঁওখনত ৰামমৃত আয়াৰৰ ঔৰসত আৰু সীতালক্ষ্মী দেৱীৰ গৰ্ভত এটি শিশুৰ জন্ম হৈছিল। এদিন শিশুটিৰ নামাকৰণ কৰা হ'ল। দাক্ষিণাত্যৰ নামাকৰণ প্ৰথা অনুসৰি প্ৰথমে শিশুটিৰ জন্ম হোৱা গাঁওখনৰ নাম শিয়ালী, তাৰ পিছত শিশুটিৰ পিতৃৰ নাম ৰামামৃত আৰু শেষত শিশুটিৰ নিজস্ব নাম ৰংগনাথন ৰাখি সম্পূৰ্ণকৈ নামাকৰণ কৰা হ'ল শিয়ালী ৰামমৃত ৰংগনাথন। এই সমূহ ভাষণত ডক্টৰ ৰংগনাথনৰ বিষয়ে কৈ শেষ কৰিব নোৱাৰি। চমুকৈ এইজন ৰংগনাথনে শিক্ষা দীক্ষালৈ হৈ পৰিল ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ বিজ্ঞানৰ পিতৃস্বৰূপ। এজন গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক আৰু গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ বিজ্ঞানৰ শিক্ষক হোৱাৰ লগতে গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ বিজ্ঞানৰ 50খনকৈ মৌলিক গ্ৰন্থ, 500ৰো অধিক গৱেষণা পত্ৰৰ উপৰিও ভালেকেইখন গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ বিধিৰ খচৰা প্ৰস্তুত কৰা এইজন গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ বিজ্ঞানী ডক্টৰ ৰংগনাথনৰ মৃত্যু হয় 1972 চনত। উল্লেখযোগ্য 60ৰ দশকত অসম পুথিভঁৰাল সংঘৰ আমন্ত্ৰণ ক্ৰমে ডক্টৰ ৰংগনাথনে গুৱাহাটীলৈ আহিছিল আৰু তেতিয়াই তেখেতে অসমৰ কাৰণেও এখন খচৰা ৰাজহুৱা গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ বিধি জমা দি গৈছিল। যিয়েই নহওক ডক্টৰ ৰংগনাথন এটা নামতেই সীমাবদ্ধ নাথাকি তেখেতৰ জীৱন কালতেই এটা অনুষ্ঠানত পৰিণত হৈছিল। তেখেতৰ মৃত্যুৰ পিছত ভাৰতীয় গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ সন্থাই অৰ্থাৎ ইণ্ডিয়ান লাইব্ৰেৰী এছ'চিয়েশ্যনে তেখেতৰ জন্মদিন 9 আগষ্টৰ দিনটো গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক দিৱস হিচাপে পালন কৰিবলৈ সিদ্ধান্ত গ্ৰহণ কৰি ভাৰত চৰকাৰৰ অনুমতি বিচাৰিছিল। কিন্তু 9 আগষ্ট তাৰিখটো মহাত্মা গান্ধীৰ ইংৰাজৰ বিৰুদ্ধে আৰম্ভ কৰা ভাৰত ত্যাগ আন্দোলনৰ স্মৃতি দিন হিচাপে গোটেই ভাৰতত পালন কৰা হয় কাৰণে চৰকাৰে গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক দিৱস 9 আগষ্টত পালন কৰিবলৈ অনুমতি নিদিলে। শেষত ভাৰতৰ গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ সন্থাসমূহৰ সমন্বয়ৰক্ষী সমিতি অৰ্থাৎ জইণ্ট কাউন্সিল অফ লাইব্ৰেৰী এছ'চিয়েশ্যনছ অফ ইণ্ডিয়াই 9 আগষ্টৰ সলনি 12 আগষ্টৰ দিনটো প্ৰতি বছৰে গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক দিৱস হিচাপে উদযাপন কৰিবলৈ সিদ্ধান্ত লয় আৰু সেই তেতিয়াৰ পৰা গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক দিৱস হিচাপে 12 আগষ্টৰ দিনটো সমগ্ৰ ভাৰততে পালন কৰি অহা হৈছে। অসমত প্ৰথমবাৰৰ বাবে 1994 চনত গুৱাহাটী গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ সন্থাৰ উদ্যোগত গুৱাহাটীৰ লক্ষীৰাম বৰুৱা সদনত দিনজোৰা কাৰ্যসূচীৰে গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক দিৱস পালন কৰা হয়। 1994 চনৰ পৰা 1997 চনলৈ গুৱাহাটী গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ সন্থাৰ সভাপতি হিচাপে প্ৰতি বছৰেই গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক দিৱসৰ মুকলি সভাত সভাপতিত্ব কৰাৰ সৌভাগ্য এই অভাজনৰ হৈছিল। গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক দিৱসৰ মূল উদ্দেশ্য হ'ল সিদিনা বিভিন্ন আলোচনা চক্ৰ, বক্তৃতানুষ্ঠান, সভা সমিতি আদি অনুষ্ঠিত কৰাৰ লগতে বাতৰি কাকত, আলোচনী আদিত গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ সম্পৰ্কীয় লিখনি প্ৰকাশ কৰি জনসাধাৰণৰ মাজত গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ সচেতনতাৰ সৃষ্টি কৰা। তাৰোপৰি গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ আৰু গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ বিজ্ঞানৰ উন্নয়নৰ হকে কাম কৰা ব্যক্তিক ৰাজহুৱাভাৱে সম্বৰ্ধনা জনোৱা। ডক্টৰ ৰংগনাথনৰ দিনৰ গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ বিজ্ঞানে আজি ইনফৰমেশ্যন টেকনলজিৰ দিনত বহু ৰূপত বিৱৰ্তিত হৈ আহি এক নতুন ৰূপ পাইছে। এই ৰূপত আজি 2000 চনৰ গ্ৰন্থাগাৰিক দিৱসৰ দিনা ৰাজ্যখনৰ গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ কৰ্মী আৰু গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ প্ৰেমীসকললৈ পুনৰবাৰ আন্তৰিক শুভেচ্ছা জ্ঞাপন কৰি মোৰ চমু ভাষণ ইমানতে সামৰিছোঁ। ধন্যবাদ।
I think, I think Goswami sir has been also disconnected. So network issue is there, I think, or he's online. Sir, হৈ গল না Goswami sir হৈ গল?
হৈ গল।
Thank you Goswami sir for your presentation and highlighting the life of S.R. Ranganathan and some of the activities of GLA during your presidency. So thank you once again to you. During your health issue also, you have come here and you have graced us. So thank you very much to you, sir. Now I would once again request Anuja Sekia to introduce Sri Umasankar Devnath, sir.
At first, I'd like to thank Bhupen Goswami sir. Even after his illness, he has given such a beautiful lecture. Thank you, sir, once again. Now, we have just one another great personality, Umashankar Ignat sir. He started his career as a librarian of Bibura College, and after that he joined as a librarian of KK Hendrik Library, Guwahati University. And if I'm not mistaken, he has retired in 2019. He has many publications of at national and international level to his credit, and he was also very actively participated in as a active worker of Guwahati Library Association and Assam College Librarians Association to uplift the library science profession. So I welcome Umashankar Devnath sir to speak his deliver his speech. Devnath sir, over to you, sir. Devnath sir.
Hello, Umada. Hello, are you online, Umada? Hello. Doesn't find out whether he's in the meeting or not.
Let me check, sir. Let me check, sir.
Yeah. Has left the meeting. WSDN has left the meeting. Message coming. So I would like to correct here Anuja Sekia that Sri Umashankar Devnath superintended from his Guwahati University Library Surface on 31st of January 2020.
Okay.
It is not 2019, it's 31st January 2020.
Sorry for the mistake.
Yeah. Yes, Umada.
Online, I request sir to kindly unmute his microphone.
Yeah.
Devnath sir, kindly unmute your microphone.
Yes, am I audible now?
Sir, you are
yes.
audible now.
Okay. So, thank you all for inviting me to participate in this 128th birth anniversary of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. And at the very outset, I would like to offer my heartfelt thanks to all of you and my sincerest thanks to my teachers who are present here. So happy Librarians Day to you all. So to speak in this occasion, and particularly during this pandemic situation, I would like to say just a few words regarding the librarianship in practice during this COVID pandemic, COVID-19. So there is always conflict and challenges of this in this profession, and of course, this profession is rather to say today we are seeing that we are meeting in a virtual environment, and of course, so far this librarianship is concerned, and so far this the main motto of librarianship is to provide access to the users. No doubt there are hurdles, but as you know, during this pandemic situation, most of the users are out of their study, and but even then, so far, just I will just make some examples regarding
from my past experience of librarian as Guwahati University, KK Library. So during 2011-12, there was a scarcity of research materials. So far this research is concerned among the academicians, and our utmost duty was to provide access to the resources, whether it is print media or electronic media. But nowadays, as the situation demands, we are bound to switch over to e-resources. And ultimately, we there in academic library finally want to change the environment to some extent so that the users can access those e-resources remotely. And for the first time, we introduced this remote access system in the academic library. And now I think this is the time where we can see that, yes, those initiative was successful because nowadays users are accessing those e-resources remotely. Second thing is that InfluxNet has played a great role regarding this uploading of theses and theses. And in that project also, we tried our utmost to provide the e-resources like theses and dissertations to the users through this the great initiative of InfluxNet, this Short Ganga. And I'm happy to share with you that till my retirement, we are in the top 10 contributors of this Short Ganga. Coming to the other e-resources, through Shot Sindhu, that is the e-journals. Yes, till yesterday, Shot Sindhu provided us with the whole resources. But since 2017, it is said that some of the resources must be procured from our own, that is from the university side. And as a result, only 14 resources have been provided, and the rest of the resources are to be procured by the university itself. And we somehow arranged to procure the e-resources like the research tool, as the largest research tool, Scopus, then Science Direct, SciFinder, Imvelt, etc., from our own, spending about more than 2 crores of rupees per year. That is, during my joining, I should say that the library budget was only 2 lakhs, you can say. But now, the library budget, during my leaving of the librarianship of KK Library, it raised up to 3 crore. And the result is, again, the users have been benefited remotely. Those resources are being accessed by the users community. So during this pandemic situations, I think this is a great help to the research community, that without coming to the library, without coming to contact with the print media, those resources have been shared remotely. So some other things like this introduction of anti-plagiarism, it is, I think it is one of the greatest achievement during my tenure, that I have introduced this anti-plagiarism software in the university, amongst the university community, and it is being run smoothly. Earlier it was Turnitin, Authenticate, and now it is Urkun. So these are some of the things that we faced or we are providing to the users, and of course it will go a long way with this in this pandemic situation, and also to provide enabling environment in the library itself. The campus Wi-Fi was also introduced so that the users can access all these things by sitting anywhere in the campus of the KKND library. That was also one of the things that relates to this pandemic situation, so that they can access remotely by maintaining this social distancing, etc., which is the protocol of the pandemic situation. Then again, to enable the environment, there is a need of this uninterrupted power supply, and for that we have also introduced this solar system, and we are happy that 25 kilowatts for solar power is still there, and we are. I think KKND library is using that. So, friends, these are some of the things that that is being helped in this pandemic situation. So, thank you very much again for inviting me as share my experiences during this COVID-19 pandemic situation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Madha, for your nice presentation and highlighting the activities of KKND Library during your regime, and it is wonderful, and we are still using the services provided by you. We are thankful to you for coming over here and sharing your views and ideas. Thank you very much once again. Now I request, thank you, Madha. Now I request Dr. Badan Burman to introduce Jyotika Devi. Dr. Jyotika Devi.
Good morning, everyone. I wish everyone a very happy Librarians Day. Let me say a few words about Dr. Jyotika Devi. Dr. Jyotika Devi is the president of Women Librarians Association of Assam, WLAA, a newly established association entirely devoted for the women librarians and recognized as a division of Assam Library Association, ALA. In my knowledge, this is the first such type of association in India. Dr. Jyotika Devi also working as a librarian of Assam Engineering College and done her PhD under the able guidance of Professor Narendra Lawkar sir. Now I request Dr. Jyotika Devi madam to deliver her lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, Badan. A very good morning to you all. Respected Lawkar sir, Sharma sir, respected Singh sir, Burman sir, and all other esteemed dignitaries. A very happy Librarians Day to you all. I will be talking few words in importance of library profession during COVID-19. I personally feel that this COVID-19 outbreak and follow-up lockdown initiated by Indian government have given us an opportunity to prove our responsibility and dedication towards the society. Of course, this pandemic is having a global impact, affecting the teaching learning community the most. And we librarians are always responsible for the society we live in and the teaching learning community we work with. Librarians have always been trying to cope up with all types of situations for the sake of their users. This time also, realizing the nature of this public health crisis, all library professionals, whether they are a college librarian or a school librarian, have adapted to the changing modes of information dissemination according to this changing environment. We know that the worst scenario in this situation is the overflow of half-truths and completely false information in social media. Lots of conflicting medical advices are flying around. Being alert of this situation, the Director General of World Health Organization termed it as the infodemic situation. And this infodemic situation has created a panic amongst laymen. This is a matter of serious concern. So we librarians have a lot to do in this regard. We can save the people from rumors and misinformation. Libraries have always been considered as the best source of authentic and reliable information. So the importance of libraries and librarians have increasingly become crucial given this extraordinary pandemic situation. This time also librarians are designing various value-added services like information literary services, readers advisory services via electronic media to users aware about different platforms of resources. Here in Assam also, Assam College Librarian Association have already held more than 100 webinars regarding different online resources like Swayam Prabha, Analyst, National Digital Library Services, etc. There are a lot of other online resources in different fields also. As I am a librarian of engineering college, I have providing them readers advisory services using online resources in engineering field. Some of them are NPTEL, Coursera, etc. In this way, we are trying to solve all these problems, and I hope that this effort will certainly help our users in getting reliable information. So, with these few words, I want to conclude my talks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Jyotika Devi, for your speech and discussing on the importance of library profession during COVID and what you are doing in your college, how you are extending the service to your users. So thank you once again to you. And now I would like to request Dr. Kankana Basha to introduce Dr. Mukesh Segiada. Dr. Kankana Basha.
Namaskar and very good morning to all the respected teachers as well as the Alliance fraternity present today. At the very outset, I, Kankana Basha, Assistant Librarian, National Law University and Judicial Academy, Assam, would like to extend my best wishes for 128 Librarians Day to all of you. I would like to take the opportunity today to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Mukesh Segiada sir. Sir is a librarian of Tezpur University. He has received National Merit Scholarship, MHRD, Government of India, International Federation of Library Association, Advancement of Librarianship Award for the year 1998. He is the present president of Assam Library Association and Society for Advancement of Librarianship. So, thank you, sir, for being with us, and I would like to request you now to deliver the speech. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kankana. Thank you. So, a very good morning to all of you. Wish you a happy Librarians Day. Respected Madam Bura Gokhai, Professor N. Sharma sir, Professor N. Lakar sir, Professor Burman sir, Professor Sanjay Singh, Dr. Boran sir, all members of Assam Library Association, ISLIC, a Society for Advancement of the Librarianship, Assam College Librarians Association, Alumni Association of Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, Women Library Association, students of LIS joining today's webinar. As you know, as a tribute to 128th official birthday of Dr. Padma Shri Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, we are celebrating the 12th August as National Librarians Day, though his actual date of birth was 9th August 1892. He died on 1972. I personally pay my tribute to this great philosopher, National Professor of the Library Science, Father of the Library Science in India, for his 5 decades of the contribution in making the library movement in India a successful reality.
He was a torchbearer in making the library movement in India. His contribution had worldwide impact. A cursory look at the Ranganathan's idea and the philosophy reveals some emerging concept which has the potential to solve today's complexity of present-day library system and information system. In this auspicious day, I express my deep sense of gratitude to all my teachers whose contribution has shaped my career and my life. Once again, I express my deep sense of gratitude to all. On this occasion, I'd like to request all the ILS professionals to learn the new technology and apply the new technology to prove the importance of the librarians and the library as the indispensable source, indispensable center for transmitting the knowledge. Once again, I wish all of you happy Librarians Day. Thank you. Over to Dr.
Thank you, Mukesh Da, for your thank you, Mukesh Da, for your nice speech. And as you have mentioned about the National Librarians,
Sanjay, again mute. You are in mute, Sanjay.
yes. So thank you, Mukesh Da, for your nice presentation and highlighting on the National Librarian Day celebration, as well as giving some information that suggestions to the coming generation regarding the use of new technology and applying new technology for the profession. So thank you once again to you, sir, Mukesh Da. And just at the end, before requesting Dr. Tilak Hajarika, let me just share my views that this program, this Librarians Day celebration, is conducted and organized by 11 library associations or 11 institutions, you can say that jointly. And those are the 10 special library, 10 special library information centers, ISLIC, Zone 5, and Professor N. Lahkar is the president of the ISLIC at national level. Assam Library Association, ALA, Assam College Librarians Association, ACLA, Alumni Association of the Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, KK Hendrik Library, Guwahati University, Department of Library and Information Science, Guwahati University, Tezpur, Guwahati University, Tezpur University, Central Library, Tezpur University, Women's Librarian Association of Assam, WLAA, Society for Advancement of Librarianship, SAL, and LIS Link. So we have jointly organized this program. So around 10 or 11 associations are there who are organizing this program, and with this we have come to the end of this celebration. So before ending, I would like to request Dr. Tilak Hajarika to deliver vote of thanks on behalf of all the associations.
Thank you, Sanjay sir. Very good morning to all, and on my behalf, I welcome Librarians Day to all.
Excuse me, Professor Sanjay. Burman sir speech was left.
Oh yeah, Burman sir is online.
Once again.
Yeah, Burman sir. You are listening us, Burman sir? Professor R.K. Burman sir, are you online? I request Burman sir, Badan, you find out just quickly whether he is online or not, or we will request Tilak to continue. Quickly find out. Is there? I don't think so.
Sir, I am unable to find Burman sir.
So I don't think so. So Tilak, you continue, please.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you. And once again, I would like to extend Happy Librarians Day to all my respected teachers and my senior colleagues, my colleagues in the Guwahati University, as well as different parts of the state, as well as the participants from other parts of the country. Today is the Librarians Day celebration of 2020. I think today is one of the exceptional Librarians Day we have observed here over the e-platform, where as many as 9 organizations have collaborated in the joint venture, and as many as 164 numbers of participants I have seen at the highest. has participated in the event, and we have enjoyed a very nice session of the speeches forwarded by our illuminers, our respected teachers, our senior professionals, and working people, as well as the members, representative members of different associations. So now it is time for offering a formal vote of thanks. And I would like to extend my sincere gratitude and sincere note of the vote of thanks to all the members, all the office bearers of the 9 associations. The IS Leagues is Zone 5, where Professor Nandal Orkar sir is the president of the national body. And I extend sincere thanks and gratitude to Professor Nandal Orkar sir for offering your insight into the context of the Librarians Day, more particularly doing reference to the National Education Policy 2020, where we have not yet been deliberated, particularly from the LIS fraternity yet. And I think we should explore possibility to discuss something in depth about the very important policy document of the National Education Policy, which is going to give a reshape to the whole dimensions, whole domain of the education in the country, particularly doing reference from the library and information science paradigm. So I request, I would like to put a request to all the office bearers of the different associations that have come, that have collaborated today to explore another session, so that we can have an in-depth deliberation on the national education policy, which is entwined with each and every dimensions of the whole education scenario, particularly drawing reference from the library and information paradigm. So I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Nandal Orkar sir for doing reference to the very context of the national education policy, and more particularly for the challenges he have just pointed out. But we need extension of library services. All these things we have to deliberate in depth. So thank you, Orkar sir, for your illuminous speech. So I'd like to extend sincere thanks to Dr. Simanta Buddha Barasa, the president and of the SCLA, Assam College Library Association, as well as the librarian of JBSG College, Golaghat, a pioneering leader in the library information science. It needs no mention that how the library, Assam College Library Association, is doing very fabulous jobs during the pandemic towards inculcating the very culture of online resources, not only in the state of Assam, at the national level as well. So the pandemic to mobilize the library movement, not only in the state as well as the state. Thank you, Pasanta Deka sir. I'd like to extend sincere thanks to Professor, our most respected Aloka Buragohan madam, for being present with us today morning and giving us a very insight into the very context of the very dynamism of the librarianship today, and the context of the very dynamic situation that is we are challenging each and every day and night. And we have to follow your. You must. I request you, ma'am, to guide us in the days to come, and you must be with us as always. You are with us. Thank you, madam, for your illuminous speech. I'd like to extend sincere thanks to Professor Nandal N.N. Samasa, and after a long time we have seen here your face, and we are very happy to listen to your very illuminous speech about the life and the philosophy of S.R. Ranganathan. And due to paucity of time, we could not make room to give you sufficient time to illustrate all the activities, all the works, and the very philosophy of life of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. But we are sorry, still we extend sincere thanks, and we are very grateful for your kind participation in the webinar today. Thank you, sir, for being with us today morning. I would like to extend sincere thanks to Mohananath Barasa. So he is also one of the very dynamic leadership, evident works he have in the librarianship, not only being a librarian of the Assam Agricultural University, as well as the librarian of founder librarian of Tezpur University, as well as his leadership in Assam Library Association. Thank you, sir. We wish you a good health and a good spirit in the days to come, and we shall be very happy, and we wish you will be always with us for the days to come. Thank you, sir, for your kind presence with us today morning. I'd like to extend sincere thanks and gratitude to Bhupen Goswami sir. His illuminated speech has enlightened us about the very context and very philosophy of librarianship as enunciated by our great visionary person, S. Ranganathan. Again, I apologize that we could not make sufficient room for you to give a detailed discussion on the life and philosophy of the great visionary S. Ranganathan. Still, within a very limited time, you had illuminated us about the very context of the philosophy and the struggle that S. Ranganathan has committed, and based on which the edifice he has created, and we are standing on the edifice today. And I am sure the very foundation of the librarianship that created by S. Ranganathan will always be a guiding path for all the challenges we are facing today, as well as tomorrow in the context of the challenges to move ahead with the movement of library information science. Thank you, sir, for your kind presence with us today morning. I would like to extend sincere thanks to Umashankar Devnath sir, the ex-librarian of KK Hendrick Library, who has superintended the January this year, and still he is very active in the field of library information science. We have many sir being with us today morning, and we shall be I'm sure you'll be with us in the days to come. Thank you, sir, for being with us in the today morning. I would like to extend sincere thanks to Professor Rajanikanta Brahman sir, in spite of even though he was present with us, but he could not share his idea, he could not share his views today morning due to network congestion, network problems, and this which is beyond our control. So we are sorry for that. Still, I extend my sincere thanks on behalf of all the organizers for being with us in the today morning. I would like to extend sincere thanks to Jyotika Devi Madam. The President, Dr. Bodan Burman, has pointed out that this is the first kind of association in the country, and I would like to extend sincere thanks for being with us and illuminating speech on the pandemic and infodemic. That is the very constantly being discussed issues at the time of pandemic. How the librarianship can help to do away with the to lead the society to not to from the infodemic, and we have to explore all the possibilities, and you have a very significant role to play in this regard to do away with and to negotiate with the challenges of the infodemic. Thank you, madam, for being with us in the today morning. And Manohar Iqbal, the Secretary General of Society for Advanced Librarianization, as well as the Deputy Librarian of Central Library Tesco University, for being with us. Thank you, Dr. Iqbal, for being with us in the today morning, and a great success. I would like to extend sincere thanks to Dr. Anujoy Soikia, the of Alumni Association of Department of Library Information Science, Guwahati University, as well as the Librarian of Guwahati College, for being with us. I'd like to extend sincere thanks to all my colleagues, Dr. Bodan Burman, Dr. Dipendaka, and my research scholar, Dr. Manos Kumar, who is instrumental behind the skin, of course, for managing all this and the streamlining all the presentations, all the live streaming of the session in the Facebook, as well as the other platforms, and organizing the whole efforts and coordinating all the efforts from the last 3 to 4 days. Thank you, Manos, for your kind efforts you have put for organizing a successful event today we are enjoying. And last but not the least, I would like to extend sincere thanks to Professor Sanjay Kumar Singh sir, the head of the Department of Library Information Science, who actually conceived the idea of organizing such a celebration of the Librarians Day this year by coercing all the associations of the library and information science in this region, as well as the national level. And I'm feeling it's proud that we have organized a very successful event today. And even though despite of so many technical and other bottlenecks which are beyond our control. And I am sure all the student participants and all the participants from the region as well as the other parts of the country I have seen in the list, and all are from very actively engaged from the very beginning of the session till the end. And I extend sincere thanks to all the participants, without which this program could not have been a successful one. And last but not the least, I may kindly be excused for omission and deletion of any name, but all the participants who have participated in the event, and I must thank for their kind participation. One last, I think I just want to add that this is once again I would like to note that this is the first kind of event where as many as 9 organizations from this region as well as has come forward to organize this the Librarians Day. This is the first time we have organized, as Lokar also has mentioned, that had we organized such an event in an offline mode, it would hardly we could be almost in oblivion that we could not have half of the participants due to certain problems. We have the experience of it. Of course, I may kindly be excused for inadvertent omission of any names. And anyway, let me conclude. So I see a very ray of hope that in the librarianship, if we have to negotiate the challenges, whatever it forms, whatever dimensions it comes, but it will be possible if you negotiate ourselves, if you help ourselves. And then only will be successful. There is a whole edifice that it says again, and over to Professor Sanjay Kumar Singh sir. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Tilak Hajarka, for your illuminating speech, providing the vote of thanks along with your views and ideas. So I am thankful to all the participants who are here on this platform as well as YouTube Live, and without you, this could not have been a successful one. So we'll meet you again next year in Librarians Day. Thank you very much for joining us. And with this, I declare this meeting closed. Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Now,
it's a good occasion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you.
Send the feedback link, sir. Send the feedback link, sir.
Feedback link. Feedback link. Yes, yes. Where's that?
Sir, we have not prepared any feedback, sir. As because we are celebrating the Librarians Day.
Dr. Barman, thank you. Well done. Thank you.
Mukesh sir. Kindly extend. মই তেজপুৰ ইউনিভাৰ্চিটি চেণ্ট্ৰেল লাইব্ৰেৰী সমূহ কৰ্মকৰ্তা আৰু সমূহ বিষয়ববীয়ালৈ আজি লাইব্ৰেৰিয়ানছ ডে শুভেচ্ছা জনাইছো বুলি আপুনি মেছেজটো পাছ কৰি দিব প্লিজ। চেণ্ট্ৰেল লাইব্ৰেৰী তেজপুৰ ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ সমূহ বিষয়া কৰ্মচাৰী আৰু সকলো ষ্টাফলৈ মই লাইব্ৰেৰিয়ানছ ডে শুভেচ্ছা জনাইছো বুলি আপুনি মেছেজটো পাছ কৰি দিব প্লিজ।
Thank you.